Hi everyone, good evening. Thought I'd make a little bit of an effort today and not wear my pyjamas as I've been doing for the last couple of ones, but we're friends now, so hope everybody's okay. We've had just a fun but tough day parenting. I will never ever take for granted nursery and grandparents ever again. And we went in the street last night clapping for the NHS. I hope you did too, or you stopped and just had a little think. And there was loads of people out, which was lovely, and people had drums. It was quite good fun. Started crying, obviously, it was quite emotional. So I just want to talk to you about the birthing stage of labour. So far we've done the latent phase, early labour, established labour, transition, and now we're on the birthing stage. Some people call it the down stage of labour because that's what babies doing. Medically it's called the second stage of labour, which I hate because we're already way past 2 stages, and for it to only be called the second stage kind of presumes that not a lot has happened already. Hi Chelsea. So what's happening in the birthing stage? So if somebody was to examine you, and it's an if, you don't have to be examined whatsoever if you don't want to be, but if somebody was to do an internal examination on you, you would be 10 centimetres dilated, or what's called fully dilated. So that means when the midwife is using her fingers to feel around baby's head, she can't feel any of the cervix anymore. It's all been taken up into the uterus and she's just feeling purely baby's head. It's 10 centimetres because from here to here on a baby's head is 10 centimetres, so that's the gap that they need to get out. So that's what your body opens to. Birth is perfect science, it really is. So hi Aileen, hi Jen, all of the cervix has been taken up and you're fully dilated 10 centimetres, but actually what is more important than numbers is the huge changes to your body that has happened, and you won't know this because you can't see it. You're a top fan there, Aileen, thank you very much. But as your uterine muscles has drawn up with each and every surge, all that power now is at the top of your uterus. So at the beginning of labour, your uterus might have been about this thick. By the end of labour, your uterus is like jogger thick. That's a technical term. So basically, every time you have a surge in the birthing stage, your uterus is pushing down as well. And think back to that first video that you watched with me, that your body already knows how to do this. So yeah, your uterus will do this all on its own. You just have to go along with it. The birthing stage is an almighty act of letting go. Okay, letting go totally, physically, emotionally, and just being like, here I am, pushing my baby out. It's not a time to be shy, really. So again, thinking back to those first videos with me, we need as much darkness as we can possibly get, as much privacy in the room, all through labour, not just for this stage. Because however, generally birth involves a lot of nakedness and bodily functions. So my husband's just walked in. But if you imagine giving birth to your baby totally naked, in a brightly lit room with lots of people there, it feels very different to giving birth, exactly the same, totally naked, but in a room that's very dark and very dimmed, with only a couple of people there, one of them being, hi Laura, one of them being your birth partner, one of them being your midwife. It feels very different. So your birth environment will either allow you or stop you from going for it, because that's what you want to be doing in this stage. You want to be not thinking about whatever else is going on in the room, totally focused, totally letting go and letting your body do what it is designed to do. Hi Mum. So as at the start of this stage, baby's head will just start leaving the uterus and start coming down the vagina. Vaginas are about 3-4 centimeters long, but actually this stage can take up to an hour, sometimes a bit longer. And that's okay, as long as you and baby are okay. Slow and steady is great. It gives you and baby a chance to adapt. So just take your time. Baby will work his or her way down the birth canal, down the vagina, and open. Your vagina will open around baby's head. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this on here. Vagina, you okay? I've said the word vagina about 20 times, haven't I? Vaginas are perfectly designed to open 10 centimetres around a baby's head. You just have to trust me on that. That is what they are designed to do. And all I want you to do, you do not have to think about pushing, okay? You cannot get pushing wrong. I heard someone was told the other day there's a knack to pushing. There's not, okay? You just focus on keeping your body really calm, your eyes closed, breathing fully and deeply. Your body will push whenever the hell it wants to, okay? It will just take over. And when you see one born every minute, women are proper slogging it, pushing really hard, pushing when they don't necessarily have the urge to push. Mums and babies are just working way harder than actually you need to. Again, think about those first couple of videos I did about the women in comas and who were knocked out with chloroform to give birth to their babies. They haven't pushed once. They haven't pushed once. And actually, most women left to their own instincts will only give a bit of a push at the peak of the surge. Not everybody, but if you imagine that surge building up, that sensation of wanting to push will start to, it feels like you need a really big poo. That's what it feels like. I don't know why I'm whispering when I've said vagina about 20 times, but it will start to build up. And you're just concentrating on breathing, staying nice and calm, and staying focused. And at some point, as your surge peaks, you'll just kind of sensation, and you'll just give a bit of a push. And probably as the surge starts to ease off, that need, that desire to push will ease off too. Some women do get the urge to push right the way through the surge, and that's fine. If that's what your body is telling you to do, then do that. But don't be surprised if actually you only give a bit of a push right at the top of the surge. That is plenty to birth the baby, okay? And yeah, baby will work his or her way. They'll come down the vagina gradually until like more and more of the head is seen on the outside by the staff. There'll come a point when the biggest part of baby's head, which is here, is being born, okay? So this part is on the outside and this part is yet to be born. This is called crowning, okay, when this part of the head is being born. I presume that's because that's where we wear a crown. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what I think. And it is associated with a bit of a stingy, hot sensation. People told me all kinds of horrific things about crowning, and I was really frightened of this stage. It was nowhere near what I expected it to be. And the more relaxed you can keep your body, the more you can breathe fully and deeply, the far easier it's going to be. If you're on dry land, so you're not in water, ask your midwife, you can write it in your birth plan, to put some cool water on you with a flannel. Near enough annihilates any of that hot stinging sensation. And I believe if you're in water, lots of my clients tell me that they can't feel that hotness of crowning. They feel very open, because that is still happening. But the stinging sensation isn't there. And you know what, if you do feel that hot stingy sensation, and I did feel it a little bit just before she put the water on me, use it as like a I am done, like in 3 seconds I am going to be done. and then the rest of baby's face will be born, okay? And then you will have the weirdest scenario of your life where you have a baby half in and half out of you, because labour, sometimes babies are born in one go, but very often the head is born and then labour stops for a little bit, sometimes a couple of minutes, but because you're waiting, it feels longer than a couple of minutes. And I remember when I was stood up to give birth to Sam and Phil was like plastered to me, and Sam's head had been born and we were just waiting, and I remember thinking, like, am I supposed to like make small talk now, because I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to talk about. Just keep breathing, just close your eyes, keep breathing. It's not going to be very long at all till you meet your baby. There's a little break in labour usually, so the surges stop for a couple of minutes, and all that's happening is baby's head is turning to get in position for the shoulders, okay? They need room to do that, so their shoulders kind of swing around the back of your body. So throughout labour and in the birthing stage, you need to be in a really good position for maximum space, so that your pelvis is nice and open. And then again, perfect science, once baby is in position for birth of the shoulders, your surges will just start back up again, and your midwife will probably say to you, with your next surge, give me a push. You don't have to if you don't want to. Your uterus is powerful enough that it will birth your baby for you, so to speak. And probably, once you've had that break, once baby's head is out, probably with the next surge, my battery's going, with the next surge your baby will be born. A bit of like a water shoot action, so to speak. So the whole body, which is a lot smaller than the head, so usually the rest of baby's body is born all in one go, very smoothly, and as soon as baby's born, hold them really close. You know, it must be amazing for a baby to go from muffled sounds, you know, hearing your heartbeat, darkness, warmth, straight onto mum where they can feel your heartbeat. Nice dark room, nice quiet voices. So yeah, that is the birthing stage quite briefly. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week because I'm just bothered that the clocks change on Sunday. Hi Rosina. The clocks change on Sunday, don't they? And my child probably won't go to bed at his usual time. So I'll either come on and do these late, or I might have to wait a week just so he gets back into his routine of going to bed at 7:45. So just see. I'll try and post a message to see, because you're not done yet, even though you've got your baby born. You've still got your placenta. We've still got a placenta to give birth to, so I'm hoping I can do that one sooner rather than later. I launched my virtual hypnobirthing course yesterday. Quite a few places have gone already, which I was surprised actually at first that people wanted hypnobirthing. I don't know why, because obviously you can't wait, can you? You can't postpone it, so I'm not sure why I was surprised. You can't postpone it because obviously these babies still want to be born. And I'm really, really grateful that people have booked on, because I know that it's a difficult time at the moment for everyone. And I feel really honoured that people want to do hypnobirthing with me. So it'll be a bit like this. Which is a bit different. I've never done it like that before, but needs must at the moment. So this is how we're going to do it. So it's my best price course. I've never done a hypnobirthing course this cheap, and it's 3 sessions, 2 hours each. With notes sent to you, visuals that I've designed myself, so you can't get them anywhere, that you can actually look at and watch when you're in labour, so you're not thinking, what did she say on that video? Because I've got a picture for everything, and you'll just be able to get your pictures out and be able to see what I said. Yeah, it's £75 for 6 hours total, spread over 3 sessions. So I've never done a course that price, but it just felt right given the current, what's going on in the world. and everybody's having a bit of a difficult time, finances wise probably. So if you want in, just send me a message, or there's in my events page on here, it will just say, you'll just see it says virtual hypnobirthing course. And actually, if you're in a different country and you can't watch it live, or even if you miss it, it'll still be recorded and I'm still going to send it to everybody. So don't be put off if those times don't suit you. I can still send it to people. So just be aware of that. All right. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you again for birthing your placenta. All right. Night, everybody. Bye.